faithfully conveying value, interpreting global literature. Hi, this is Sally's Book Club. Today, we'll be exploring the book The Naked Ape. Perhaps we've all asked, what is humanity? Aristotle called humans political animals. Christianity says God's creation, while Confucian Mencius believed our distinction lies in benevolence and righteousness. These fundamental answers shaped different civilizations throughout history. Today, we explore a new dimension of humanity. Homo sapiens as naked apes, literally hairless primates. Yes, you heard that right. This perspective comes from our featured book, the biological anthropology classic, The Naked Ape by Professor Desmond Morris, renowned British zoologist and bioanthropologist. After 8 years at London Zoo, his seminal work, published in 1967, has been translated into 30-plus languages with 10 million copies sold. Morris's trilogy includes The Human Zoo and Intimate Behavior, titles that promise fascinating insights. Through this trilogy, Morris playfully yet seriously proposes, biologically speaking, humans are naked apes whose behaviors stem from primal instincts inherited from simian ancestors. Humanity evolved from apes. While many accept this, except for religious reasons, most still view primitive behaviors as ancient history, believing modern humans are uniquely advanced beings. Indeed, crucial differences exist. First, our highly developed brains. Second, bipedalism, social structures, and tool use. Finally, cultural creation and complex societal systems. From tribes to nations, humanity's uniqueness seems evident. But in The Naked Ape, Morris directly reminds us, don't forget humans are essentially hairless apes evolved from primates. Biologically speaking, we retain many primal instincts despite our sophistication. Humanity shouldn't overestimate its superiority. From hair-raising anxiety to territorial protection, all reveal animalistic traits. The author argues biological attributes shape social structures, not vice versa. Thus, The Naked Ape systematically presents evidence challenging human arrogance by revealing animal behavior connections. Now, let's examine the book's analytical framework. First, why naked ape? Why are humans the only hairless primates among 19 species? This question forms the book's foundation. The author evaluates 8 hypotheses: parasite prevention, fire use, species identification, etc. Morris refutes these, proposing hairlessness evolved from hunting needs, shedding fur for better heat dissipation during pursuit. Let's review the naked ape's evolutionary journey. Note, evolution, not progress. Human development isn't linear. The book uses evolution to emphasize lingering biological instincts. Starting 80 million years ago, human evolution unfolds in 7 stages. Stage 1, small insectivores, 80 to 50 million BCE. Early mammals evolving into primitive primates in forests or caves. Stage 2, primitive primates evolved into omnivorous apes, agilely moving through forests. This occurred between 35 and 25 million years BCE. Stage 3, 15 million BCE. Some apes left arboreal life, adopting bipedalism in open terrain. Stage 4, these apes began hunting and gathering in grasslands. Stage 5, 1 million BCE. Brain development and tool use emerged, marking evolutionary divergence. Prolonged hunting activities caused fur loss, creating distinct naked apes. Stage 6, establishing settlements with early social structures and family units. Stage 7, cultural creation through music, cave art, and pottery emerged. The author stops here as we enter cultural anthropology territory. Like Kauji's 7-step poem, humanity formed through 7 evolutionary steps. Humans aren't mythological beings, we're evolved naked apes. From forest dwellers to cultural creators, our million-year transformation. Through gradual evolution, developed brains, tool use, and social organization. Morris humorously notes Stage 8 space exploration as cosmic apes, surpassing reptiles, primates, and predators in evolutionary race. Our closest relatives remain zoo-bound, gorillas. Ironic evolutionary contrast. This scene embodies evolutionary drama. humanity achieved accelerated evolutionary development. Morris soberly reminds humans differ little from caged primates. Having outlined the naked ape's definition and evolution, let's examine diverse human behaviors. How do we inadvertently reveal our primate nature? The book analyzes human behaviors through two primary lenses: intraspecies behavior to intraspecies behavior. Intraspecies behavior reveals fundamental primate characteristics. These biological patterns shape human social structures. Morris analyzes six behavioral dimensions: sexual behavior, child rearing, exploration, conflict, foraging or eating, and self grooming, comfort seeking. Sexuality represents humanity's deepest primal legacy. Discussing sexual instincts often causes discomfort. While accepting biological mating impulses, humans insist on romantic transcendence over animalism. We claim love distinguishes us, eternal bonds beyond reproduction. Morris counters human love substitutes childhood parental attachment. Post adolescent relationships fill parental separation voids. Marriage and family systems aren't spiritual achievements, but evolutionary solutions to minimize sexual conflicts during hunting or gathering. Maintaining pair bonds requires preventing sexual stimuli from disrupting relationships. Hence, various modesty garments covering private body parts emerged. Modern social norms, avoiding physical contact, using deodorants, modifying postures, all suppress sexual signaling. These measures prevent accidental sexual stimulation to preserve monogamy. These habits stem from primate instincts rather than cultural innovation. Following this logic, workplaces become modern hunting grounds, spouses essentially serving as mating partners in biological terms. Morris refutes cultural explanations, tracing marital systems to biological origins. Fundamentally, naked apes' biological imperatives shape human sexual behavior patterns. Child rearing practices show similar biological roots. Which arm do mothers typically use to hold infants? U.S. studies show 80% or more mothers use left arm, including 83% right-handed mothers. Analysis of 466 historical Madonna-child paintings shows same left arm preference. This demonstrates universal human child-holding behavior across eras. Morris explains, left side positioning lets infants hear maternal heartbeat. Infant care follows biological imperatives, not cultural preferences. Doesn't this prove biology shapes culture? Yet some biological traits hinder progress. Human learning through parental imitation becomes lifelong habit of uncritical tradition adherence. This creates cultural inertia resisting change. The so-called ancestral laws persist stubbornly, yet this often stifles human innovation and talent. Primitive tribes perished under religious or ethical constraints. This evolutionary trait reminds us to preserve exploratory curiosity. Morris emphasizes exploration. Naked apes inherently seek novelty like ancestors. Children's doodling reflects primal playfulness, not artistic ambition. Mature play evolves into culturally meaningful expressions through maturation. From scribbles to art, babble to music, human creativity emerges. Early human behavior mirrors primate exploration patterns. Infants and apes share chaotic exploration phases initially. Apes plateau while humans develop structured creative systems. Doesn't this confirm gaming instincts originate from naked ape nature? Over-institutionalization risks stifling creative exploration. Now, balance needed between free exploration and structured systems. Returning to primal curiosity revitalizes cultural innovation. Conflict remains humanity's unshakable trait. Why does humanity engage in conflict? Primary reason: establishing social hierarchies. Secondary reason: territorial claims, applicable across animal kingdom. Human civilization refines but doesn't eliminate primal instincts. Modern regulated conflicts. Wrestling, boxing, competitive sports. Bloodied noses replace lethal combat, but hierarchical aims remain. Rankings and competitions perpetuate status establishment. Why decorate homes and display addresses? Modern territorial marking through domestic aesthetics. Morris observes, human territory claims mirror canine urine marking. Fifth aspect, foraging and consumption patterns. Ancient hunting transformed into modern employment food acquisition. Cooking separates hunting from consumption. Why? Heat application simulates fresh prey temperature. Primal instinct. Modern cooking recreates ancestral consumption experiences. Humans maintain primate omnivorous adaptability. Sweet tooth. Shared primate trait explaining modern sugar cravings. Food enthusiasts take note. Your cravings validate evolutionary legacy. Morris argues vegetarianism contradicts our evolutionary meat-eating heritage. The author continues challenging conventional wisdom. Sixth aspect, grooming and comfort-seeking behaviors. Like primates, social grooming in nature documentaries, humans engage in hairstyling, handshakes, and social niceties. Morris terms this social grooming, relationship-building rituals. Comfort behaviors extend to hygiene and healthcare practices. Even medical treatments become modern comfort mechanisms. Minor ailments prompt elaborate care systems seeking attention. Severe illnesses regress us to infant-like dependency. Thus, medical care mirrors primal comfort-seeking instincts. We've covered 6 intraspecies behavioral dimensions. Close observation reveals persistent primate traits. Now, examine interspecies relationships, human-animal dynamics. Humans categorize animals into 5 functional groups. 1. Food sources. 2. Work companions. 3. Research subjects. 4. Threatening species. Humans adopt varied attitudes to kill or spare, love or hate, based on categorized relationships. First category, food sources, domesticated versus hunted animals. Over 10,000 years, systematic domestication replaced wild hunting. Goats, pigs, cattle, poultry, etc., bred specifically for consumption. Second category, symbiotic coexistence. Animals becoming companions, notably cats and dogs as family members. Functional symbiosis. Dairy cattle, messenger pigeons, honeybees. Third category, ecological competition. Primates occupying similar ecological niches faced human elimination. Fourth category, parasitic relationships. Disease-causing parasites universally targeted for eradication. Fifth category, predatory threats. Tigers, venomous snakes, etc. Encountering predators often becomes life or death situations. Humans must eliminate or avoid these existential threats. These relationships transcend mere utilitarian calculations. Cultural symbolism permeates human-animal dynamics. Lions representing courage, owls symbolizing wisdom, etc. Religious taboos against specific animals emerge accordingly. Modern conservation efforts reflect shifting interspecies ethics. Zoos embody paradoxical human-animal relationships. Simultaneous fascination with and domination over nature. Humans project emotions onto animals. Snakes symbolize fear and danger across cultures. Once bitten, twice shy. Even rope-like shapes trigger instinctive fear. Animal metaphors like snake-hearted reflect deep psychological associations. Universal animal symbolism in literature and film reveals primal archetypes. These patterns originate from million-year evolutionary processes. Understanding biological roots is key to deciphering cultural symbols. We've covered intraspecies and interspecies behavior frameworks. Intraspecies behaviors, sexuality, parenting, exploration, conflict, foraging, grooming. Interspecies relationships, food, competition, symbiosis, parasitism, predation. Different relationships dictate distinct interaction patterns. Morris's core thesis, human civilization masks persistent primate instincts. Does this perspective challenge your self-perception? The argument extends beyond mere observation. Technological advancement cannot override biological programming. Wisdom lies in balancing primal instincts with cultural innovation. Only thus can human civilization thrive without facing evolutionary extinction like other primates. These insights deserve thoughtful consideration. Having outlined the book's content, let's evaluate its academic standing. The Naked Ape belongs to popular science literature. Popular science bridges academic research and public understanding. It explores emerging scientific frontiers without conclusive answers. Academic consensus remains elusive on these theories, yet its value lies in stimulating intellectual curiosity to maintain critical engagement with its propositions. contextualize its historical significance. Recall Hamlet's ode to humanity's grandeur. What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty. This Renaissance idealization contrasts sharply with modern realities. Post-industrial revolution techno-optimism exacerbated anthropocentrism. Ecological crises and world wars exposed humanity's hubris. Desertification and mass extinctions testify to ecological mismanagement. Post-1945, intellectual movements challenged human exceptionalism. Existentialism and absurdist literature reflected cultural disillusionment. These cultural shifts prepared ground for Morris's biological perspective. The post-war boom proved fleeting as the Third Industrial Revolution emerged in the 1950s. Technological progress revived unwarranted human triumphalism and utopian ideologies. Morris's The Naked Ape served as sobering counterpoint to post-war euphoria. The book catalyzed 1970s interdisciplinary works, blending biology and social sciences. Seminal works include Dawkins' The Selfish Gene and Wilson's Sociobiology, The New Synthesis. This neo-Darwinian approach revolutionized traditional socioeconomic analysis through biological lenses. Its intellectual legacy continues proliferating across disciplines today. Understanding this broader context illuminates the Naked Ape's significance. The work profoundly challenged anthropocentrism while affirming human uniqueness. Humanity embodies paradoxical nobility and biological humility. We must embrace this dual awareness with continued intellectual humility. This concludes our exploration of The Naked Ape. Study notes available below. Join us next time for another literary journey.